Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maureen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my personal sewing goals for 2024. I am so excited to share this video. Over the last week, I pretty much was trying to brainstorm and contemplate how I wanted to approach 2024. And while I was doing that, I was sharing videos with all of you about how to kickstart your goals. And those were things that I personally do, my 8 daily habits, and also some sewing trends and predictions that I have for 2024. So with all of that said, not only was I looking to inspire and provide value for you guys, but these were all things that I was actually implementing and doing as I was brainstorming for my sewing goals. So let's get into the list. So first, I do want to say that I will not be making 85 outfits this year, but life has taught me never say never. So when I made the 85 garments last year, I didn't set out to do that at all. The goal was to do 52, and then I surpassed that goal. And so this year, the goal again is to make 52 garments, one for each week. Not only did that keep me consistent, but I felt like I was really actually building a wardrobe that I love. And so I do plan sometime down the line to kind of clean out my closet a little bit, because not everything can stay, not everything fits my lifestyle or even just like my style now. And it's just a handful of things. It's not everything, right? But also with that, the 52 makes that I plan to do this year, like I said, it's really so I can be consistent, I can continue to grow my wardrobe, and there is something special in it for all of you. So with each of my 52 makes, I'm going to make a commitment to you guys to share more about tips, tutorials, anything that helps with the process. So I've actually, one, already started sharing things, and two, I have created 2 playlists on my channel right now, just so you guys can kind of just let it play, look it over and whatnot. So the first playlist is easy beginner tutorials. So these are my scrunchie tutorials, my key fob tutorials, my ornament tutorials, my ironing board tutorial. It's about 6 videos in there that are related to easy beginner patterns or tutorials. And so I want to make sure that I am going to be adding to that playlist over the year. And then there's another playlist with even more videos, and these are my mini tips and hacks, and this is strictly for shorts. If you're not familiar with shorts, it's kind of like YouTube's, I was about to say TikToks. It's kind of like YouTube's version of TikTok or Instagram's version of Reels, except for these are bite-sized pieces of information. And so I have created an entire playlist for all of you that includes all of those tutorials and hacks. That way you guys are not just getting entertainment, but you're getting value from this channel. And I don't believe that I was lacking in value last year, but I just want to add more, especially for the newcomers on this channel. Okay, so I teased this in one of my videos, but I am going to add a make 9 list to my 52 garments. So let's get into what I plan on doing for make 9. And if you're not familiar, make 9, I don't know who came up with it, but it is essentially you choose 9 garments that are like your must makes for the year. So whether that's the 9 garments that you decide to make all year, or if this is the 9 garments that you actually want to include into everything else that you plan to make. So let's get into it. The first one is KnowMe 2016, which is Nikki Brooks' dress. It's got the poofy sleeves, it's got the gathers, and it's got like the jewel neckline. I love this dress, and every time I see someone in it, I'm like, I've got to make that dress. But then also I get like hung up on what fabric to choose, and so I always like crouch back because I can't decide on a fabric. So this year I really want to make this dress. I want it to be part of my wardrobe. I'm thinking it can either go into spring, summer, or even early fall. So this is on the top of my make 9 list. Then I have KnowMe 2001, another Nikki Brooks pattern, and this is the coat that I've been talking about for months now, the coat that I bought the fabric for in October, and I said in November and December that I've got to get to this coat. Well, you guys, I'm done talking about it because I have already cut out the paper pattern. I have pre-washed my lining fabric, and I'm going to be working on the wool today. So I'm about to be about that action, okay? Next one, this is the third one. This is the Shea dress by Chalk and Notch. This came out last year. It's got poofy sleeves as well, kind of like Nikki's dress, and it also has layers, very similar actually. But there's also another view that has just like the straps, and then there's a button front, or you can just do like the princess seam. So there's a couple of different ways that you can make this, and I wanted to make this last year. I ran out of time and I just didn't get to it, but I think this dress is adorable, and this is a priority for me this year. The next one is the Laura dress by True Bias, and this dress also has a button front feature, and luckily for me, if I don't get to it in a warmer month, I can definitely wear it in a cooler month because it has sleeves. So I say all that to say that this is a dress that is not only versatile, but I have a little bit of space to really make this dress. And I think the one thing that's holding me back from this dress is the under bust gathers, and I'm like, oh no, am I gonna be able to fit in there? And I bought the pattern last year, and I read some of the instructions, and the instructions say that there is a lot of ease in that area, and so a full bust adjustment may not be necessary. But when you know your body, you know your body, and it is probably likely that I have to do a full bust adjustment on it. I will say this much: I will not be cutting into my pretty fabric for the first go around for that. I'll definitely be practicing with like a bed sheet or some muslin. So the next one, and I hope I'm saying this pattern right, it's the Coley top. This came out a couple of years ago, and I've really been wanting to make it for a while, and what's holding me back is that there's a lot of volume up there. It's a lot of ruffles, it's a lot of everything, but I have some black lace that I think will actually work for this, and I'm thinking that that can be like romantic and really pretty. So I'm gonna give my shot at this. I'm gonna shoot my shot with this pattern. If I don't like it, well then it can go to the Goodwill, but I want to try this because I think it's actually really beautiful. So the next one up, and I don't have the pattern number in front of me, but I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. This is the Laura Ashley wrap dress with McCall. So this came out last year, and everyone was making it. A few people said that they kind of like ran out of fabric and had to kind of like make a last minute change with it and whatnot. So I want to use this bed sheet, but I'm afraid that if I use the bed sheet, I might run out like the other girls did. So I don't know if this is going to be another one of those practice round type things, but I want to make this dress. And I just think it's, again, romantic and beautiful and girly, and it seems to look gorgeous on everybody. And it's a reversible dress, which I think is also really cool. So the next one is the Daphne dress, and this is kind of like Bridgerton inspired, I guess. This is by Sewing Mason, and I've done a couple of her patterns. I did the Atlas wrap dress, I've done the Sicily slip, and the instructions are usually really great. The Atlas wrap dress, I realized last year that I should have done a full bust adjustment. With this one, I probably need to see and make sure that I have decent coverage because it is a square neck, and the square can either be cut very deep and it could give me like, you know, the milkmaid look, which isn't a bad thing, but I would prefer a little bit more coverage with this dress. I think it's really pretty. I love the sleeves. I love the ruching in the back, or not the ruching, the shirring in the back. I think that's really pretty. I think that can really like scoop me in really nicely, and I just love the skirt piece as well. And this is definitely like on the edge of cottagecore, but I think it's pretty, and I think it would be perfect for like lounging in the summer, or just kind of like, you know, being at a cookout or whatever. It's definitely a summer dress for sure. Okay, so my last two ones, I have no pattern yet whatsoever because I'm still kind of like going back and forth about what patterns I want to do. So one of my make nines is that I want to make a pair of jeans, like a proper pair of jeans. So I did some jeans last year that had like a little side zip in them and whatnot. And the last time I made jeans was, I think, about 5 years ago at this point. So I want to make a proper pair of jeans and add pearls to them. So if you didn't get to watch my sewing trends and predictions video, I talk about the pearls. And once you watch that, all of this will make a little bit more sense. But definitely want to make a pair of jeans and have the little pearls on the front part or whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what pattern I come up with or decide to use, but I want to make it a thing. The next thing is I want to make a bustier. So where to begin with my bustier chronicles? I failed terribly at a bustier project last year. I had this gorgeous lace fabric and I did all of this work. I even bought like the bra foam. I bought the underwire cups, like everything. And when I put it on, it just looked like, I really just looked like I was somebody standing on the corner. Like, I'm not even gonna front when I put that thing on. And it wasn't even that I was like, just like super voluminous. It was that I was like sad. Like my bust was just looking very sad. It looked poorly made. And so I really want to try again. And I don't know if I want to use the same pattern that I used last year, or if I want to do a different pattern, or if maybe I shouldn't try to do like the separating cups one. Maybe I should just do like a full like bustier with just all of the boning in the front. I don't know if it's my body. I don't know. But either way, I want to try the bustier thing. We will see how it goes, and if it don't go, then we never had this conversation. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, and this is kind of personal, but I feel like it is relative to this channel. So you guys, I am dangerously close to being 200 pounds. It may not always look like that in my pictures or whatever, but it is a reality. And I have on both sides of my family some pretty heavy predispositions. On my mother's side, there is diabetes and heart disease. And then on my father's side, there is stroke, alcoholism, cirrhosis, all those things. Thankfully, I do not have a addiction or a struggle with substance abuse or alcohol abuse. But the stroke aspect definitely gives me pause for cause. But I say all that to say that this is no longer about vanity. It's no longer about, you know, looking like a certain size or being a certain size in clothes. This is about my overall health and adding years to my life. And I'll say this, you know, living where I live, I've had my share of all the fried Oreos, all the deep fried candy bacon, all the funnel cakes, all the carnival food that one could dream of. But at this point, it's time for me to be serious about my goals. So I won't say much about it on here beyond probably like what you may see in my weekly vlogs or anything like that. And I don't want to share too much of my goals because I don't want that judgment, but also I don't want someone else to feel away or anything like that. This is a personal journey for me. And so I really want to work on losing weight, and I don't know what that's going to look like in the year for me, but measurements can change, the way clothes fit could change, alterations might need to be made for certain things. So we'll see how it goes, but I do want to put this out there in this video today, because I almost feel like if I approached my weight loss the way I approached my sewing goals, then I would be at my goal weight, right? And so I'm kind of like disappointed in myself that I haven't really approached it that way for so long. So I hope you guys are ready for this journey with me. Like I said, I won't be sharing that much of it beyond probably my weekly vlog and, like I said, measurements and whatnot and how it pertains to clothing. But thank you for listening, and I just hope that 2024 is the year of my dreams. I hope 2024 is the year of your dreams. Let's get these sewing goals, let's get these weight loss goals, and let's go. And while I have you, don't forget that I am hosting my Ask Me Anything video at the end of this week. So I will be filming it on Friday. So if you have any questions for me that you would like for me to answer, you can actually put them in this video down below. I'll go ahead and like it and earmark it. That way I know to answer it in that video. But also I did put a post in the community tab as well, and you can put your answers there. And there's already some, you can put your questions there. There's already some questions over there. You guys can add to them or whatever. I am watching that post, so I know what's already out there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And let me know what some of your sewing goals are down below. And if you're not following me already on other social media sites, you can follow me at Raven Maureen on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. See you guys next time. Bye.